There is something powerful about starting the day with prayer, connecting directly with God before anything else can invade your thoughts. This practice creates an atmosphere of peace and strengthens faith, serving as essential fuel to face whatever comes your way. Imagine taking a moment to breathe deeply, quiet your mind, and invite God to be present in every detail. It is not just a pause, but an act of surrender that transforms the day right from the start. When a person begins with this connection, they notice their anxiety dissipate, trusting that God's plans are guiding them. This act of faith makes each daily task feel lighter and more fluid. It is like opening the doors of a house to let the light in. Instead of starting the day in a rush or already mired in worries, this simple prayer transforms your disposition, as if you were strengthening a spiritual muscle. For those who do not know where to begin, a simple tip is to express gratitude for what you have and even for what is yet to come. This attitude of gratitude opens the door to new blessings and reinforces the confidence that God is already working in your favor. Moreover, by prioritizing prayer, a person is taking time to set their intentions under divine guidance. It is a moment of alignment, tuning your personal desires and goals with God's plans. Thus, even in moments of uncertainty, you can remember that moment of surrender. Starting the day in this way not only creates a connection with God but also strengthens the confidence to move forward with determination, knowing that, in the end, there is a greater purpose in everything. The peace and grace of God are invitations to begin each day connected with the divine purpose. When someone starts a devotional with a powerful prayer, joining together in a chain of faith, something profound begins to move. Some say that sincere prayer is like opening a direct channel to God's heart, allowing each day to be filled with blessings and opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. Imagine, for example, how a simple thank you upon waking can create space for a constant attitude of gratitude, transforming what could be an ordinary day into one of small miracles. Taking a deep breath and preparing the spirit are acts that renew the mind, allowing divine revelation to find fertile soil to take root. When God places a special message in your heart, like a mentor handing a key to an apprentice, that key becomes an essential tool for the changes everyone seeks. In moments of distress, anxiety, and uncertainty, faith is that invisible certainty that reminds us. There are plans of God that we do not yet understand, but that are available to us if we trust. By accepting this revelation and opening up to what it brings, something transformative occurs. With each breath, with each conscious thought, the mind expands and begins to see doors that once seemed impossible to open. It is like walking through a dark labyrinth and suddenly seeing a beam of light showing the way. This is the invitation, to open yourself to God's presence and to move forward, even if it still seems hazy, trusting that a new direction will emerge. In moments when life seems to push us into a corner, when challenges accumulate like dark clouds in the sky, it is essential to remember that divine strength is within reach. It is like having a firm anchor amid a storm. Prayer is not merely a plea for help, it is an act of surrender, a declaration that we are not alone. When we turn to God, we find a safe haven and a refuge in adversity. The truth is that each one of us possesses immense potential, often dormant. When we seek divine direction, like a lighthouse illuminating the way on a starless night, we are empowered to overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Resilience becomes a testimony to the grace that sustains us. And even when circumstances are challenging, faith becomes the light that guides us, a reminder that storms do not last forever. Visualize how difficulties can be transformed into opportunities for growth. The way we respond to challenges shapes not only our character but also the impact we have on others. By choosing to face adversities with hope and courage, we become living examples of the strength that comes from a deep connection with God. And that strength is not limited to us alone. It radiates outward, inspiring those around us to also seek the light amid their own storms. Faith is more than an abstract concept. It is a practice that manifests itself in our daily lives. In times of uncertainty, trusting in God becomes an essential pillar. It is this faith that enables us to face the unknown with courage, knowing that every step taken is supported by a greater force. Just like a tree that adapts to the seasons, We need to learn to adapt to life's changes while remaining steadfast in our beliefs. Imagine your spiritual journey as a voyage on a boat in turbulent waters. Sometimes the waves may be frightening, but it is at these moments that we must remember that the captain of our boat is the one who calms the storms. Daily prayer and meditation are practices that help us maintain our connection with that divine force. They allow us to recharge our energies and seek wisdom in sacred words. Throughout life, we will face moments of doubt and uncertainty. It is natural for life to test us, but the way we respond to these tests defines our journey. Faith teaches us to see beyond what is before us, to envision a future full of promises. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and every victory is a testimony to the power of faith. Therefore, let us nurture our faith daily. May it be like a flame that never goes out, even in the darkest nights. And as we illuminate our own path, may we also ignite the light in the hearts of others, showing that faith is a gift we can share. Hope is the light that shines amid darkness. It is a feeling that inspires us to continue, even when the path seems arduous and full of obstacles. Hope is not merely a vague desire. It is a powerful force that propels us to seek what is good and true in our lives. In moments of despair, hope becomes the anchor that keeps us grounded, reminding us that there is always the possibility of renewal and transformation. Think of hope as a seed planted in our hearts. For that seed to grow, we must nurture it with love, faith, and positive actions. It is essential to surround ourselves with people who also cultivate hope, as positive energy is contagious. Together, we can create an environment that is conducive to our dreams blossoming. Hope teaches us to look to the future with expectation, even when the present is challenging. It is the certainty that, regardless of the difficulties we face, something better is yet to come. Each new day offers us an opportunity to start over, to chart new paths, and to fulfill the deepest desires of our hearts. Therefore, we must nurture that hope within us. Let it guide our decisions and actions, reminding us that we are capable of overcoming any adversity. And when we share that hope with others, we create a network of support that strengthens us even further. Gratitude is a powerful practice that connects us with the good in our lives. Often, we get lost in our daily worries and forget to appreciate the little things that surround us. However, cultivating gratitude can transform our perspective and enrich our experiences. When we express gratitude, whether through words, gestures, or actions, we are acknowledging the generosity of the world around us. This practice not only brings us joy, but also strengthens our relationships and helps us build a network of support and love. Gratitude is contagious. When we give thanks, we inspire others to do the same. A simple exercise to cultivate gratitude is keeping a journal where you note 3 things you are thankful for each day. This habit helps you focus on the positive, even during challenging moments. Additionally, expressing gratitude directly to others, whether through a message, a phone call, or in person, can strengthen bonds and create a more positive environment. Gratitude need not be reserved only for grand events. Small acts, like thanking someone for a favor or acknowledging the beauty of a sunset, are also significant. These small practices help create a mindset of abundance, where we value what we have instead of focusing on what is missing. Finally, gratitude is a choice we can make every day. By choosing to be grateful, we not only change our own lives, but also positively influence those around us. Empathy is an essential quality that allows us to understand and share the feelings of others. In an increasingly divided and polarized world, empathy emerges as a bridge that connects us, fostering understanding and solidarity. Practicing empathy helps us see situations from another's perspective. This does not merely mean listening, but also striving to feel what the other person is going through. When we put ourselves in someone else's shoes, we are able to build deeper and more meaningful relationships. Empathy teaches us to be more patient, tolerant, and generous. However, cultivating empathy requires practice and willingness. At times, it is challenging, especially when other people's opinions and experiences differ from our own. A good starting point is active listening, paying careful attention to what the other person is saying without interrupting or formulating a response before they finish. This approach not only demonstrates respect but also creates a safe space for open communication. Furthermore, empathy is not limited only to our friends and family. It can and should be extended to strangers and those in difficult situations. By doing so, we contribute to a more welcoming and understanding social environment. Small acts of kindness, such as offering help to someone who appears to be going through a tough time, can have a significant impact. Studies show that empathy is linked to emotional well-being and happiness. When we engage in empathetic actions, we experience an increase in feelings of connection and satisfaction. This creates a positive cycle, where empathy generates more empathy. In summary, empathy is a powerful skill that enables us to build a more just and compassionate world. By practicing it in our daily lives, we not only help others but also help ourselves, creating a richer and fuller life. The importance of gratitude is a theme that stands out in many cultures and traditions. Cultivating gratitude not only helps us recognize what we have, but also allows us to appreciate the little things in life. In a world that often focuses on what is lacking, being grateful is a powerful practice that can transform our perspective. Research shows that gratitude is associated with increased emotional well-being, improving both mental and physical health. When we express gratitude, we not only feel happier but also improve our relationships, as gratitude is a way of acknowledging and valuing the efforts of others. A simple way to cultivate gratitude is to keep a journal where we record things we are grateful for. This practice helps us focus on the positive, even in challenging moments. Additionally, expressing gratitude directly to others, whether through a message, a call, or in person, can strengthen bonds and create a more positive atmosphere. Gratitude need not be reserved only for major events. Small actions, like thanking someone for a favor or acknowledging the beauty of a sunset, are also meaningful. These small practices help foster a mindset of abundance, where we value what we have rather than concentrate on what is missing. Finally, gratitude is a choice we can make every day. By choosing to be grateful, we not only change our own lives but also positively influence those around us. And sign up to help spread words of salvation.